Darkness. Stillness. A woman is pulled from sleep by an unusual shuffling noise drifting from the yard. She makes her way to the window, and, for a moment, she is certain this must be a dream, because the scene waiting outside is this.
How to talk to you now?
เปิดประตูให้หน่อย
A home security camera genuinely recorded something beyond belief. The footage spread like wildfire online and, naturally, triggered intense arguments. A few people commented, "What in the world is that thing?" Some brushed it off, insisting it is nothing more than AI-generated content. And a handful remained certain it is simply a performer wearing prosthetics and the entire clip is fake. What are your thoughts? Make sure to share your verdict in the comments. 3 a.m. in the morning. Everyone under that roof should have been deep in sleep, but this household clearly was not. Something peculiar had latched onto their dwelling, something beyond the reach of normal sight. Following a cemetery visit close to the year's final days, everything inside that home began spiraling into chaos. In the beginning, it was trivial incidents they pushed aside. Soon, though, events started occurring that had zero logical basis, and on a particular Friday evening, the couple was jolted awake by peculiar tapping. It started at the kitchen entrance, moved to the main door, and finally landed directly against their bedroom.
Uy. Buenas noches. ¿Ya vieron el sillón? Se estaba moviendo, lo juro por Dios. Cada vez empeora más esto. ¿Quién anda ahí? Buenas. Sea lo que seas, no perteneces aquí. No sé qué quieres. Vete de aquí, por favor. Se acaba de ir la luz, no lo puedo creer. Solo eso me faltaba. Oh, no.
Observing all of this unfold, you are forced to wonder, what in the world is really taking place? A residence overrun by a poltergeist, delusions brought on by terror and exhaustion, or a playful apparition that picked 3 in the morning to torment them? People in the comments offered 2 remedies: burn everything down to ash, or bring in a priest. Whichever option they go with, I imagine the answer is coming sooner than we think. A security camera set up within a mortuary managed to record a deeply unsettling incident. Let us watch. The footage reveals 2 bodies on display, a married couple. Out of nowhere, they seem to regain consciousness and slowly drift toward one another. Plenty of viewers will instantly declare it was faked, and odds are they are correct. Yet, if we are being real, the whole thing remains horrifyingly disturbing. A man was traveling along a desolate highway late at night when he unexpectedly spotted a vehicle cruising ahead. At first, nothing appeared unusual until you glance at the interior. That is correct. Your eyes are not fooling you. Absolutely nobody is sitting behind the wheel. Yet somehow the vehicle continues rolling forward with purpose, holding its lane perfectly and maintaining steady speed. One explanation suggests the driver merely bent down for a second. Another possibility is that the person at the wheel is particularly short and simply out of view. However, the theory that this might be a phantom automobile still has not been eliminated. The Philippines. Just before the clock strikes 12, something starts taking place within Jayan's residence that defies all understanding. A violent, booming disturbance breaks out, sounding as though an unseen force is rattling the entire structure, sending every window pane into a frenzy. Jayan musters enough courage to head outside and investigate, only to find complete emptiness. Understanding that this situation is far from normal, Jayan pulls back inside. His heartbeat is going wild. The air itself feels heavy and threatening. After a while, though, the chaos appears to subside. Regrettably, that peace is extremely brief.
Labas na to. Bintana naman. Wait, ow! Iungok na kita ni style. Wala gid lagi. Tawa. Oh, tawas na to. Tawas na to. Wag gid. Atay maning.
The most bone-chilling element is how every single window starts vibrating in unison, like the whole building is being compressed by colossal phantom arms. The whole affair grew so outlandish that a renowned Philippine television program focused on investigating paranormal phenomena actually reached out to Jayan. Their objective moving forward is to uncover what triggered these events and offer the family some relief, assuming that is remotely within reach. The upcoming footage was captured by an everyday family during a casual nature walk. No paranormal expectations, no risky excursion. They stumbled upon a stunning clearing in the woods, a gentle waterfall that seemed ideal for a photo session. They switched on their camera to document the scenery, but precisely at that instant, something uninvited stepped into the frame. The video ends without warning, because every single family member lost their composure and bolted from the location immediately. Frame-by-frame analysis revealed what many observers identified as a figure with a broad torso, slouched shoulders, and bizarre proportions, essentially matching the textbook description of Bigfoot. Predictably, doubters dismiss it entirely. But one thing remains beyond dispute. Whatever appeared on that screen left every witness deeply shaken. A chilling piece of footage recently resurfaced across the internet, the type that rattles you straight to the core. The clip first appeared on a YouTube channel called Scary Chiller. In it, an individual is exploring the perimeter of a long-deserted school building. And eventually, his unsteady camera locks onto something absolutely horrifying positioned within one of the window gaps. Nobody has confirmed the precise filming location, which is exactly why the video instantly generated a flood of wild theories. A few claim it was likely a primate. Others insist it was something far more ominous and sinister. As always, the verdict belongs to you. The footage you are about to witness was captured by a traveler aboard a morning aircraft. Seated beside the window, he was idly filming the breathtaking terrain below. Then, at one specific moment, His lens caught something that remains completely unexplainable even now. Let us watch. Looking at this, you almost get the sensation that a subaquatic volcano is on the verge of awakening. The bizarre detail is that absolutely nothing exists in that area. No concealed rock formations, no vessels resting on the bottom, merely vast stretches of open ocean above the seabed. Viewers desperately searched for rational answers: a submarine, geothermal activity beneath the surface, a classified military installation. Yet none of those hold water. At the end of the day, a single possibility survives. We are witnessing something without explanation. Something colossal that briefly made itself known, then slipped back into nothingness. The upcoming clip was recorded back in November 2021, and it set off passionate arguments across numerous social media platforms. The individual who posted it insists he successfully filmed a genuine goblin using his smartphone. The creature was leisurely moving around a cluster of boulders situated deep within a wooded area. Even with the highly questionable legitimacy of the recording, it blew up across the internet almost overnight. Reactions, predictably, landed on opposing sides. A portion of viewers claim it is purely digital effects, whereas others wholeheartedly maintain that goblins exist. Where do you stand? Post your response in the comments. Back in 2020, a man from Texas by the name of Dan Robb left his audience genuinely terrified during a live broadcast. While a violent thunderstorm tore through Bryan, Texas, he picked up on deeply unsettling shrieks.
I swear I saw like this thing when the lightning was flashing a second ago. What the f? Dude, that's coming from like up in the sky outside of my apartment.
The footage, shared on Reddit, rapidly drew massive attention. Throughout the clip, Rob directs the lens toward the raging sky and recounts a gut-wrenching howl he detected descending from overhead.
What is that? I haven't heard it like that yet. What is that?
A handful of viewers theorized the noise might have been produced by the infamous winged entity called the Thunderbird, rooted deep in Native American mythology. Still, this alongside several alternative hypotheses was eventually proven false. The truth behind those haunting sounds came to light once the clip reached millions. The culprit was a pressure release mechanism at a nearby industrial research complex discharging built-up steam. An additional video was later released to settle the matter. In that clip, identical sounds ring out, only significantly closer to their actual origin point. Even though the answer is entirely scientific, the audio remains deeply unsettling. The widely held belief that trees remain anchored to a single location for their entire lifespan was directly challenged by one household. This account originates from 2009 within a quiet suburban district of Maryland, USA. The people living in that property gradually began detecting strange repositioning of trees scattered throughout their backyard. Several were discovered lying flat close by. Yet the early suspicion that someone had been harvesting them for lumber quickly fell apart because none of the toppled trees ever disappeared. Determined to confirm that something abnormal was underway, the family arranged a covert observation effort and initiated continuous recording. They rotated shifts overseeing the property, discreetly monitoring every trunk. Eventually, one family member obtained documented proof confirming their suspicions were entirely justified. Do these trees possess some form of sentience, or does a completely different rationale exist behind what the camera revealed? The upcoming footage was captured during February 2022 through a public surveillance camera positioned somewhere across Mexico. The recorded scene managed to astonish even seasoned researchers who had never observed a comparable event. A gigantic swarm of birds abruptly nosedives into the pavement, smothering the ground like a living dark blanket. Within moments, they lift off once more, though not every single one, just the survivors among them. Dozens upon dozens of birds seemingly lost their lives instantly. Multiple hypotheses have surfaced to account for the catastrophe, stretching from electromagnetic interference to widespread avian disorientation. But if you ask me, something otherworldly is behind this phenomenon. How do you see it? Leave your opinion in the comments. Never peek behind you. If horror films have taught us anything, that is the exact moment something lunges at you from the shadows. But the young woman featured in this clip apparently missed that lesson entirely. This spine-tingling recording gained enormous traction within the Brazilian segment of YouTube. We watch a girl unwinding on a recliner beside a swimming pool. Directly behind her, something deeply unsettling breaks through the water's surface, its face completely impossible to make out. She detects a sound and whips her head around, but right at that second, the shape vanishes beneath the ripples. Then it resurfaces, noticeably closer this time. As you have probably already anticipated, the figure inches nearer with each emergence, until something absolutely terrifying takes place. Steel yourself for a genuine fright. Fine, the jump scare might have been a touch much, but I have little doubt the minds behind this footage hit their mark perfectly. The audience walks away frightened, precisely as designed. In the upcoming footage, a woman is seated at a dining table inside a restaurant. She completes her food, rises from her chair, and walks out. Just seconds afterward, deeply strange occurrences begin taking place at the very spot she vacated. A rapid chain of supernatural disturbances plays out over the span of a few heartbeats. The whole sequence concludes when a dish crashes from the tabletop, which ultimately grabs the awareness of nearby guests. Going by their visible reactions, they, much like myself, stood completely baffled with no conceivable explanation for what just unfolded. Bizarre incidents unfold around the globe on a constant basis, and it would seem this plastic sack has earned its place among them. A regular, vacant shopping bag appears to develop a will of its own and migrates independently down the city pavement. The captured clip reveals this animated bag making its way across the road at a pedestrian crossing, each movement eerily mimicking a human walking pattern. How can something like this even happen? If you hold the answer, definitely drop it in the comments.